We are back with Baki Rahen chapter 21 called Window. Simply put, superb cover art for this chapter. I notably love how Yujiro's skin glows with a reddish color. To me, it brings Makoto from Street Fighter to mind when she gets angry. Opening the chapter is a distant shot of the skyscraper where the dinner is taking place. And the pow sound effect is from the slap Yujiro gave Jack last chapter. What the? Did something explode? What was that? Abruptly, a large vibration occurs and frightens the civilians. It's an earthquake! Where's the emergency exit? Please calm down, everyone. This isn't an earthquake. I'm fond of how Itagaki emphasizes the shock of the bystanders in these panels. Compared to Son of Ogre, they had a reaction to the tremor, but in Rahen, it really focuses on them more. And we see the little chaos it causes. Nice work, Itagaki. Nice work. Next, the manager dashes inside to discover what's happening in that private room. This is what we're met with once entering the room. Jack Hanma plunged into the very glass window, which actually isn't glass anymore, but like it's armored glass or it's reinforced. At my first reading, I was thinking, wow, the manager really learned from the last time this sort of thing happened and prepared a contingency plan just in case. Seems like Motabe isn't the only one with prep time. Although he is very flabbergasted in the outcome of this dinner while Yujiro just stands there after bestowing punishments to his own son. I say this, but the slap hasn't been clarified yet. Also, Jack is a grown man and he's getting treated like a child with the slap to his buttocks. The thing is, it works for Baki because Baki embodies a kid or a youngster through his innocent look, his height, and he's 18, which is approaching adulthood but not yet. So for Baki, it's fine. Mr. Hanma, this is nothing. Family squabble happens in every household. But like this? More to the point. By the way, I forgot the manager's name is Nonaka. I'll stick with calling him the manager. I'm personally kinda disappointed the manager isn't being level-headed with the way this whole dinner turned out. Isn't Yujiro like his VIP customer, and he should know the tendencies of Yujiro by now, since this exact scenario happened in the past? But I'll let that slide. This seems beyond him to handle. Nonaka, you son of a... These are different windows, aren't they? I mean, the last time you had an argument with your son, you broke the windows. I'd planned to throw him out. You jest. He would have crashed to the ground. Nonaka. That's a problem for the person being thrown out to worry about, not the one doing the throwing. You make a great point. And besides, falling a measly 40 floors wouldn't kill this guy anyway. Evaluating what Yujiro said just now is borderline acclamation for Jack. He's basically giving kudos to Jack's durability, stating that he can very well survive a fall from this height, 40 floors from a skyscraper, from the tip top of this skyscraper. Further correlating to how Yujiro views a height like this to be a puddle jumper, something that barely requires effort, dissimilar to how Baki miraculously survived because of landing on top of a car at the time. Though I'm positive that if current Baki fell from this height without landing on the car, he would survive it. because he's just that strong. Anyways, afterwards, Jack chuckles with his face being implanted onto the glass, observing the view of the city landscape. Would you look at this view? Hold on, we're not gonna ignore the fact that Jack looks like a wall titan from Attack on Titan, are we? Or is it just me thinking that? Jack's remark of the view is pretty much on the money. The extravagant lighting of each building, even up to far distance. It's really beautiful once you acknowledge it and take a gaze, which is what Jack was doing the whole time. Not sure if this panel was scanned or drawn, but still, nice work, Itagaki. Great work. Jack pushes himself out with his fists and says, "Man, makes my day to hear you say that. This guy's not gonna fall to his death. This guy would never fall to his death, whether it's 100 meters or 200. To hear my father, to hear the strongest father on earth express his faith in me like that, you know that if I'd fallen to the ground, it's the pavement that would lose out. No shortcuts home today though. I'll be taking the elevator. Father, thank you for inviting me to dinner. It was delicious. And it was well worth it too. It's been quite a day. If I had fallen from the top floor, I would have completely ruined the pavement. That's no good. He's huge, the size of him. I spotted that this page is analogous to Yujiro walking on the streets, getting stares and awe-inspiring comments from civilians. Other Baki characters get the same reception, like, for example, Sukune and Oliva walking on the streets, and there's people admiring them, turning around to get a good look at them. Another example would be Dopo in this scene, as there's narration about his physique. There's also people walking by and staring at the sheer size of him, the thickness of him. I just wanted to point out this page of Jack walking on the streets for having a particular equivalence to Yujiro walking on the street. The next chapter 22 will be issued on the same day as the Baki vs Kengan movie, June the 6th. I'll make a video reviewing the movie and the Rahen chapter on that day. The strong is the beautiful.